Number 10, we acknowledge that we were never broken, always whole, that we were not powerless over our addiction, but rather the addiction was a symptom of our physical and emotional pain. We acknowledge that our soul was and is going through a journey, and that there was no wrong choice in our evolution of our soul because it was our own, and every soul learns differently from another and their own at their own pace. So, wow, that is a lot. Um, first thing about this, all right, acknowledge that you are not broken, you are not damaged, you are on a spiritual journey. So, no matter where you are, whether you're homeless, whether you're hiding in your attic doing your drugs, whether you're going gambling, whether you have a lot of sex, whether you have a food addiction, um, you eat or you throw it up or you exercise and you're stuck on this roller coaster, whether you're currently stuck or you were stuck, you are on a journey. You are soul searching for something and you found it in the wrong places, but you found something because you found you. Even at the bottom of your pit, you are still reaching for the stars. You know, I look back at my addiction and I realized that I was drowning, but then I turned into a mermaid and I swam to the surface. And I was very resilient and I learned a lot about myself on the journey. Um, there's things in my active addiction that I regret doing. I regret um, I regret a lot of personal things, mainly neglecting my grandmother, um, becoming um, argumentative with her about things, becoming a hermit, um, literally going crazy in my drug use. Um, and I regret a lot of those things. But I don't regret finding myself. I don't regret finding my voice. I don't regret understanding that I'm allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to have my own space. That I'm a human who needs to thrive and not just survive. And I acknowledge all those parts of my journey. I acknowledge my creativity. I'm not ashamed of where I've been. I'm ashamed of some of the things that I've done, but I'm not ashamed of it because it was a spiritual experience that I went through, that I grew through, that to become me. And I I love that I went through all that, even with the bad stuff, because now I have an understanding of what I went through and I can pass it on to other people and help them with what they're going through or what they went through as well. So, half of it is acknowledging that we are not broken. So, this kind of stems from I don't really like the 12 steps in certain aspects. I acknowledge them, I respect them, but certain things I don't like. Like, I don't like how the first step is that being powerless over our addiction kind of tells me that I've done something wrong and I need to go into my sobriety in order to feel whole. And although my addiction was not a healthy place, I don't like feeling that I was broken at some point in time because of my addiction. So for me, this is me acknowledging that even though I made a bad choice, it was still a choice, and that choice was part of a journey that I went through. There were good things on that journey. Um, I mean, Yeah, the drugs made me feel a certain way, but there were things that I learned about myself on that journey that made me feel another kind of way. So I think it's important to acknowledge that.